and I expect you to come in and talk about how you're going to help me deliver business outcomes against the strategy that we have. And I know we're all thinking about that. We're all working on this, and we need to do this together. When I think back 3 years ago, John was on stage talking about how we are moving from a product company to a systems company to architecture to solutions. And as Chris Dedicote says, I hear him say this many times, companies don't buy architectures, they buy solutions. And those solutions are made up of those architectures. So it's a great transition. We need to together to deliver technical solutions that we can position to the IT players, and we need business solutions that we can have those conversations with line of business managers. And we're doing that, part of our ecosystem. Solutions that we are working on, we deliver to you, you can deliver to customers, but also we need to do a way better job of taking all the great solutions that you're developing in your companies. That's that SIP program I talked about. Bring it into our portfolio and make sure that our sales teams are helping you sell those solutions to the vertical markets that you're focusing in on. And we're seeing results. So this chart shows when we're selling solutions, our deal size are increasing in a big way. This is an example in the data center market. If you look up, if you look at where we're selling those integrated infrastructures and converged infrastructures, what you are telling me is that the deal size is 2.5 times what it is to sell a standalone system. When you start layering software on it, big data, SAP HANA, that deal size goes up 7x. You've also told me not only that, but it's helping me really grow my services business, where you're making all the margins. It's helping you reduce the sales cycle time by half and close those deals quicker. In fact, with another ecosystem partner, Citrix, with our BYOD solution, a couple of you told me that this is great because it's a really nice technical solution. What I'm doing is I'm bringing line of business managers into my company and holding workshops and positioning how that BYOD solution can change a business process for the customer, and the light bulbs are going off. And the results you're telling me is that that's increasing your deal size 4x. That's dramatically growing your services revenue, and it's helping you close the business in a shorter time. So what we're going to continue to do is expand our ecosystem so that we can have more solutions for all of us to sell. We're going to expand our ISV program so that we have those vertical applications running in our platforms to have conversations with line of business managers. And if you want more detail, there's a breakout session specifically around our solutions and ISVs. Please attend that. But that's the intention. Not only to deliver more solutions to you so we can jointly sell them together, but also to do a better job of gathering your solutions and put it as part of our broader portfolio. So I got asked a lot when I was traveling around about, so Bruce, what new market opportunities should we go after? When you think about how we go to market together, we go to market in all of our segments. And we talked about solutions and taking those solutions, opening up huge new opportunities in our enterprise segment, our public sector segment, service provider segment. And John talked about on that chart, commercial. And within commercial, the mid-market. And we define the mid-market from 100 employees to 1,000 employees. Now I know in traveling, I was in Italy, 1,000 employees might be an enterprise customer. So just think of it as this falls into your countries, in the space of 100 employees to 1,000 employees, what we are going to do is double our investment in this market. Last year, we invested $75 million into this market. This year, FY14, we're going to invest $150 million into this market. And we had a strategy on how we're going to go after this. And the team's bringing the strategy to me, and I said, well, let me double check this. So I have a consultant friend who said, hey, I could connect you with another company who's done really well in this mid-market. And he connected me. It's a large global company. They said I could use their name, American Express, who's done a really good job in the mid-market. And I asked them, what is the secret to success? What are you doing? And they said, well, it breaks down to a number of different things, but one of the things is we have a very focused marketing campaign on the mid-market. He said the second thing we do, and we do really well, is we're customizing a portfolio of solutions for our mid-market customers. And then we wrap around a program with incentives. We make sure we do joint pipeline development and creation together. And that's how we're really growing our mid-market business. So we looked at that model, we heard it, and we said, boy, I think we're on the right track. Because that's exactly what we're doing. And we're going to execute. We want to execute this together. Because this market, look at the TAM, $25 billion TAM for technology, for the products, $30 billion TAM in services. And when we look at our market share across all the different segments, some of the other segments, we've got 40% plus market share. In this segment, we're in the 20s. Huge opportunity to grow market share. Each 1% of market share, you can see here, just on technology alone would be $250 million. On the services side, it goes up to $550 million. Great opportunity for us together. 1.4 million customers out there, many of them untouched, that can give us opportunities to grow our business together. It's a huge opportunity to increase market share. So I go back to that American Express example, and I think about what we're doing. Our strategy is simple. Three prongs to the strategy. One, around demand generation. And working with Sherry Lebo, hopefully you'll meet Sherry Lebo. She's our new VP of Marketing for the partner organization. And Karen Walker, who's sitting up here. We are committing to driving this year $1 billion of qualified leads with you and for you. We are going to continue to build out a made-for-mid-market portfolio, specifically for this market. And if you think about what we have to offer today, we have BYOD solutions for mobility, specifically for the mid-market. We have data center solutions, working with our ecosystem partners. NetApp has ExpressPod. BCE has vSpec, specifically for the mid-market. We got great solutions in collaboration, both on-prem and off-prem, HCS solutions, and the BE6K. In fact, I got to thank you for this. I was looking at results. BE6K on-prem collaboration for the mid-market, the last couple quarters growing triple digits. You are growing the business triple digits. Thank you very much for that. And new acquisitions, Meraki, a perfect solution for this market, where our customers have lean IT, want an off-prem solution for wireless, security, and switching. Meraki is a perfect solution for that. And they're going to announce today they have created a managed services dashboard specifically for partners so that you can manage these environments and have the right tools. If you go to the breakout session today, you're going to see a demonstration of that capability in the partner-led breakout session, a mid-market breakout session. And lastly is our commitment to partner-led. You know, many of you are part of the Partner Plus program. I'm not going to go into the details because, again, they're going to cover that in detail in the breakout session. But you're giving me great feedback, saying we're doing all the right things. And we'll continue to bolster up the Partner-led program. But I did want to announce something fun. Because in the Partner Plus program, we're introducing this year a winner's circle. So for all those of you who are participating, the Partner Plus partners who are really growing their business, get a chance to pick out your top Cisco sales and engineers and send them to it's like our Chairman's Club. We're calling it a winner's circle. To 3 fabulous locations, depending upon your geo. You can just look at these locations. I don't know about you, but Phuket looks awful nice for me. Beautiful. So that should be fun. So in summary, the mid-market opportunity is a huge opportunity for all of us, and we got to work together to grow our market share and capture that market. Let me switch to productivity. Talk about productivity. How can we help you here? Call it sales acceleration and talent. You know, I was on a go-to-market project in Cisco, and we were looking at how do we improve productivity. A couple different areas, and we looked at collateral and content that we deliver. We look at training that we deliver. We look at demonstration capability that we deliver. Can we improve in those areas? And the answer is absolutely yes. I mean, you're probably thinking right now, oh my God, the content I get from you, our teams don't even use it. And that's what we were finding. We're finding the content that came in, most of our engineers would spend hours and hours recreating the content to put it in light of what they wanted to position in front of their customers. So Chuck created a new organization led by Bill LePage, and he's focused on enablement both for our sales organization and our partners organization. You're going to see a lot of things come out over the next 12 to 18 months. You're going to see role-based enablement for content and training based on if you're a sales rep in your organization, you're an engineer in your organization, they're going to get content and training specifically to their role. In new ways, this content's going to be created completely differently. Not these sheets that you get to kind of talk about a particular solution, but using the technology. So think about your reps going on a sales call and getting a call from a customer and say, listen, I want you to really come in and talk about collaboration. We've got this project and I really need to improve the way that we communicate. I want you to talk about Cisco's collaboration technology. And how about if that rep takes their tablet and is able to use that, get online, and get the latest video on demands, get the latest training that's online, get value propositions delivered directly to your salesperson as they're going to their customer site, or hopefully they're parked on the side. But they'll get all the relevant information to have a great conversation and talk about a business outcome that they can deliver. That's what we want to do to improve productivity. Same thing's going to happen in training as well. What I'm really excited about is demonstration and what we're calling a D-Cloud that we developed. Remote demonstrations in a cloud. So think about that. Think about how much time your people spend in putting together demos, ordering demo equipment, the expense of ordering demo equipment. If you had the ability to go online and get demonstrations of all of our architectures, all of our smart solutions, scripted demos that are focused on business outcomes for your customers that you can customize, and for all of our partners that are specializing in architecture or a technology, you will have access to all of these demos in the cloud. We have these clouds built in each of the geo regions, and you'll be able to take advantage of it. What we have found is that our own SEs spend 25% of their time putting together demos. Look at the expense of that. How much time do your engineers spend putting together demos? We did some early trials, and we found that our SEs were taking 14 days to order equipment, set it up, put the scripts together, get it ready. That went from 14 days using the D-Cloud down to 1 day. I'm really excited about how this can improve productivity for all of us and make us more effective in delivering differentiated solutions in front of our customers. I hope you are too. Talent. You can see what I have behind me, very diverse creatures in the ocean. You know, one thing is, how do we bring more diversity into the organization? You know, we've had a very successful Cisco Sales Academy program, and we're bringing university graduates, diverse university graduates, into our program and training them for a year. Now, not many companies are still doing that. It is a fantastic program. What we find at the Chairman's Club that I talked about is that over 20% of the participants at Chairman's Club, that's our top 1%, came out of our Cisco Sales Academy program. And we're going to open that up to all of you and call it the Partner Sales Academy. And we've done this. We've had a pilot in the Americas, and we've put a team of your partner, young in career professionals, into the program, and we have seen outstanding feedback, both from the companies that are participating as well as the people that are participating. And they train right alongside of the Cisco team. It's a little bit different program. They come on site for 3 months, get all the training, sales training, technical training, and then they go back to your organization and we continue to train them for the next 9 months. It still is a year training program. And we do that through distance learning. This is kind of changing the way we're going to do training. So they'll have their tablet device and they'll be able to connect in for remote training. You'll hear more about that, I'm sure, in your breakout sessions. And as a field leader, coming into the role, taking a step back and saying, boy, how can we deepen our field engagement? You've asked me that a lot. Because that's when we know we win. When you're working alongside your sales teams and your engineers are working alongside our sales teams and going after opportunities together, doing joint planning together, that's how we win. And one thing that I have noticed coming to this role, from a field sales leader role, is that our sales teams don't appreciate enough the profitability picture and what that means to you. And I've talked to all the sales leaders, and I know we have one of the most collaborative sales models in the industry today. But I feel one thing that we could do is really train our people around partner profitability. And working with Chris and Jaime and Nick and the teams, they've all agreed that we're going to do this. We're going to double down on training and train our field on partner profitability so that when they're working a deal, they're making decisions with your profitability in mind. We don't have to get into all the details of exactly what the business model looks, but they really need to understand how important that profitability is. And when you're working deals, what it means to you. Because we know when you're more profitable, you invest more, and we grow more. And like I said, it's all about accelerating that profitable growth. The other area is, and you'll hear more about how we can improve ease of doing business together. Going throughout these 10 months, I've heard loud and clear about CBN, channels booking neutrality. Now, I want to try to explain this right, because I was in Russia, and we were on a round table with a number of partners, probably here, and I said, we're going to do away with CBN. And the eyes got really big, and I just kind of kept going, and I was explaining it all wrong, and they thought we were really doing away with CBN, but they were so polite they wouldn't say that to me. So when I got out, the local team said, "Oh, you said you were doing away with CBN." "Oh, that's not what I meant. Here's what I mean. 4 years ago on stage, here in Boston actually, Keith Goodwin talked about CBN. And he said, we have an issue because the way our model works is when orders were coming in from two-tier versus our direct partners, our sales team wasn't seeing the bookings at the same time. So it was causing bad behavior. And we all know our sales teams really focus on making their forecast weekly, monthly, quarterly. And Keith introduced this program, Channels Booking Neutrality, so that we neutralize that. If you order two-tier order or one-tier order, the sales teams get credit at time of order. But what you've told me is it's great, it's really solved the problem in many ways, but it's also created a number of issues. You can't use the inventory in distribution and so on. So working with Olivia Kohler, sitting in the front row, my partner, runs operations, we're committing to eliminate the need for CBN specifically for sales crediting. And we're going to work on that. It's going to take time. We're going to make major investments in our systems and tools. And you'll see it coming out, executed in FY14 and coming out sometime in FY14. So I hope you'll find that as a big benefit. I heard that loud and clear during my travels, and we're committed to fixing that. So as I wrap up, you're talking through these 4 chapters, hopefully you understand and see that I've listened. Not only listened, but more importantly, acted on what you've asked of us. And you'll hear Edison talk more about cloud and what we're going to do to help you in this transition to cloud and managed services. You'll hear a lot more about services. But I feel really strongly that if we continue to evolve in each one of these areas, we'll absolutely help you accelerate your profitable growth. And what you heard today, and what you'll hear today and over the next couple days, it's time to double down on Cisco. It's time for us to double down with each other. Because tomorrow we're going to create the best ecosystem in this industry. We're going to unleash that ecosystem effect together, and together we're going to accelerate profitable growth. I thank you very much for this time today, and I really look forward to the journey ahead.